Welcome to Social Media Wednesday, where we will be talking about social media. I have a question from Greg's Garage, who has 7,000 subscribers on his channel, and his channel is pretty cool actually. He does a lot of woodwork and mechanical stuff, and he's got it down pretty much. And his question is, which social media platform should you focus on? Now, again, this is just my humble opinion. It could be wrong. Opinions are subject to change in the future. But first off, I do think that this is a very, very important question. So many people have this question. And the reason is because oftentimes they don't know what they're doing, or maybe they even consume a lot of social media on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. But when they get into it, they're confused as well. Or I see this a lot with people who are up there in age. You know, there's tens of thousands of people who have spent a lot of time in the television world or some other field, and they're just confused about social media because it's this new age thing for youngsters, and they don't understand it, and they're so overwhelmed because there's all these platforms that they don't understand. Vine, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, and it confuses them, and they're like, which one should I do? Should I do all of them? I'm so confused. I don't understand these platforms. And then there's Pinterest, on, and I don't want to overwhelm you, so let me just give you my answer. I think first off, it really depends on what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to do something like, let's say you're a business and you're trying to sell a product or your service, or you're an entertainer and you do stand-up comedy or whatever else, and you do that sort of thing, certain platforms, they probably cater better to you, and other platforms do not work very well for you. Let's say you do handiwork and you do a lot of mechanical work like Greg's Garage. It's very clear to me that YouTube is probably one of his better platforms. Like, if you go to his videos, he does a ton of work cutting stuff, and he films it very well, and you see how it's done, and you get a lot of value from that. How is that going to work on a 6-second platform like Vine? Are you going to do like a 6-second quick tutorial? You can only do so much value for that. And if you understand the culture behind Vine and the type of people who watch Vine, like, it's very tough, like, literally. And Heinz is like one of the greatest examples of failing on a platform. So they ship out hundreds of thousands of bottles of their ketchup, and they put this little logo on there to all their social media, Vine being one of them. So I searched up their Vine, and even though they're shipping out hundreds of thousands of these bottles, which seemingly promote their social media platforms, guess what? You check their Instagram, you check their Vine. They have about 500 followers, and it's very clear that they haven't posted on Vine. And literally, they have like 3 posts on Vine, all of which are, you know, decent posts. And from there, they just stopped using it, which is just like a complete fail. That gets us to probably the biggest problem, which is that so many people, I've seen this so many times, companies, businesses, individuals, they don't understand social media. So they're like, I will pay you $100, a fixed fee, to just set up my social media, and then you can just forget about it. And then I'll get traffic, and I'll get leads and customers forever. And it's like, that's not how social media really works. You don't just ask someone, oh, I want to start a blog. I'll pay you $100 to set up my blog or my website, and then I'll just get infinite leads forever, and it's all good and done. Like, unfortunately, these people don't understand social media because they don't use it. And if you would just take 20 minutes to just go on YouTube and see what's working, what's not working, or any other platform, you realize that every week, every day, they are posting quality content and providing more value to an audience consistently. It's not this one-time shot thing, or, you know, one-time, oh, here you go, and then you leave. And then, like, an even worse case scenario, and I see this a lot with businesses, and I've been asked to do this, and it's just like, it's not going to work. It's like they will just throw at you their promotional content. like a few commercials they've made, or like a reel footage for an actor or whatever, and they're like, you know, do what you want. You can cut this up, you can repackage it, and then, you know, make different variations, whatever. Just make our YouTube really great, and then we'll get a lot of customers from there. It's like, that's not how it exactly works. If you're a business and you're trying to sell a product or service, like, you have to be very creative. You have to provide consistent value in the form of entertainment, information, or inspiration. And generally speaking, most of these guys don't do that. They're just like, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. And you're not going to build a platform doing that. You're not going to build a following on anything doing that. Same thing applies for Instagram and so forth. So you have to be creative, think out of the box if you want to utilize social media. Otherwise, if you just want more customers and marketing, rather than spend money on trying to build a social media presence, which can be done, though it would require a lot of creativity. And again, you have to see, how can I provide entertainment or information and develop that relationship so that one day I can, you know, subtly pitch something to my customers. You can do it that way, or you can build, or you can just go straight to the social media influencers and pay them money to sponsor your commercial or sponsor a paid product placement. And that can work fairly well. I think most companies or businesses are overlooking that still to this day. They're still, you know, focused on newspapers and so forth. But let's say, for instance, you are selling products in woodwork. Let's say you sell wood, or you sell a specific tool in cutting wood. Well, Greg's Garage, they have a 7,000 person audience, and 1,000 of them are hyper fans. They watch every single one of his videos. You have 1,000 possible potential hyper fan customers. And oftentimes nowadays, because social media is new, influencers are willing to, you know, sponsor you for 5 or 10 seconds in one of their videos for very cheap, and you could get your money back very quickly sometimes. Again, you know, you can be burned as well, so it really depends. You need to test out different things. So that's generally what I want to say in a nutshell about this. And if you want to go the route of actually creating a platform and a following, that is a consistent week by week, day by day process that will take maybe a couple years to grow and build. And I would say the best example of someone who does this very well and is very creative about it and does this in a unique way is Luxy Hair. They sell hair extensions, which is pretty much fake hair, but their hair extensions are quality hair extensions. Now, how do they sell hair? They do it very, very well. They've built up a YouTube channel with millions of subscribers, millions of viewers in every one of their weekly videos. That is a lot of potential leads and customers. And yet, here's the thing. Their whole platform, their whole business is not about selling. When you open up each of their videos, it's not like, buy my hair extensions, buy my hair extensions. No. Even to this day, if you watch their videos, they barely plug their products at all. It's all about value and entertainment constantly. And maybe once in every 7 videos, which is like once every 2 months, they will make a very subtle mention to one of their products. That's it. Like for 2 seconds, they'll be like, today we use these hair extensions. This one is Luxy Hair. That's it. Done. Isn't that incredible? It's just the most subtle push ever after providing all this value in the form of entertainment. And let me get to that. What type of entertainment do they do? Just search up their YouTube channel. Basically, they have very high quality hair tutorial videos on different hairstyles, and everything about it's done very well, from the titling to the description to the tags to the thumbnails to all the small stuff you don't notice, like the production, the end card, the intro. Everything's done very well, cut very well, and I mean, they deserve their following. What can I say? So that's all I gotta say. As always, like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, I will possibly choose your question to be answered in next week's video. Thanks for watching. See you later.